Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Last week, I received a little care package of cheese and butter from Finlandia. And for 60 years, Finlandia cheese has served as just an award-winning, wonderful product here in the United States. And on our phone line, not from Finland, but from New Jersey, we have our guest, Emma Ayer. And she is the CEO of Finlandia USA. Emma, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thank you. I'm glad. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. First of all, Finland is now the greenest place on earth. The Yale Environmental Performance Index has rated Finland number one. Biodiversity, habitat, water, and sanitation. I should move there.
You should. It is a wonderful country, and we take very good care of the nature, and we kind of like grow up with respecting nature. So it's kind of like in our DNA to take care of the nature and plan everything so that we take good care of the environment and make sure that the future generations will be able to enjoy it as well.
How does that impact cheese making?
Well, everything in cheese making starts from the quality of milk, and when you have a very clean environment, and the air, water, and the grass is very pure, it gives a good basis for cows to produce high quality milk, and we also have statistics that the milk coming from Finland is the purest in Europe. So it's very pure milk we are starting with, and that gives a fantastic base to produce then high quality dairy products.
Are they grass-fed cows or are they grain-fed?
We feed. See, in Finland is a cold country, so in the winter time the cows are inside and they get silage that's made out of grass. But in the summertime they are grass fed outside. So it's a little bit if you look in the map, Finland is at the latitude, the same latitude than Anchorage, so we are very high up north. So in the wintertime, it would be too cold for the cows to stay outside.
It would be too cold for Mark to stay outside as well.
For sure, yes.
Right?
That's right.
We've heard a lot of bad news about the fats from meat as well as from milk. And there's a new... last couple of years, there are a number of companies that are taking butter and putting it in coffee. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about this, and a lot of people enjoy that. It's I guess it's called bulletproof coffee or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
And people love it for the taste and flavor, but also I think people are increasingly realizing that butter is natural. It's made out of cream and salt. If you put salt in it, or just cream and cultures to give it taste. If you don't put salt in it, and it is a natural product versus some of these, what you call like powder whiteners or margarines. It's not natural. It's processed and it's treated with chemicals. So I think people are increasingly realizing that butter is really good for you. And, some people think that with combination of the coffee, it's the ultimate health drink. So I, give it a try. It tastes great.
Have you tried it?
I have tried it, yes.
What do you think?
I like it. I think it's great.
Do you know what kind of butter they put in there? Is it sweet butter or is it salted?
Well, I would personally, I enjoy the Finlandia perfectly salted butter, so I put a little salted butter in, but I guess that comes from your personal preferences.
Exactly. Do you make sweet butter as well as salted butter?
We make salted butter, and we make unsalted butter with cultures, and that's the European way for high-quality butter without salt to give it like a better taste. And that's the way we do Finlandia unsalted butter.
Is butter itself bad fat?
Well, there's all this, depends of your point of view and from the research you read, but, there's increasingly evidence that butter actually is not that bad for you as people have been thinking. It is a natural product, and it actually contains healthy fatty acids that support your immune system and boost your metabolism. And, it has the perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fats as well.
There's omega-3s in butter?
Yes,
I did not know that.
Yes, that's right. It helps with your brain function and skill health, and it has a number of benefits for you. So butter actually, as a product, it's natural, and it has a number of health benefits that I would choose butter over margarine any day.
I haven't had margarine in 30 years.
Oh, good for you.
Maybe even 40 years. And I just heard a commercial for margarine from the 30s or 40s. And I guess, and I was not around then, Daryl. I just...
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah, but they would sell the butter in a tub, and then they would have artificial coloring to make it yellow, and you would mix it in. Yuck.
Well, yeah, it is. Butter is a cheaper substitute for butter. Margarine is a cheaper substitute for butter. And, because people wanted it to remind butter, they started coloring it. But it's processed, and it has chemicals, chemically treated. So, with all this chemicalization ongoing, I would stay away. But, it's everyone's personal choices.
Of course. I can believe it's not butter.
Years ago, research had showed that eggs were not as bad for you as they originally thought. So there was this big media campaign where you let the egg out of prison. It was all locked up, and you let it out.
Oh, I'd love to dig that out. That sounds like a good campaign.
Sounds like it's time to butter the bars and slip out of prison with the butter. Yeah.
Absolutely. We hear about healthy oils. I just heard about a mayo, a mayonnaise made out of avocado oil. And I love avocados.
Yeah, I love it too.
Right? Do you have avocado? You would have to import them in Finland, wouldn't you?
Finland is too Nordic country. Avocados don't grow in Finland. We would have to import it in. Yes, you're right. But we can buy, obviously, avocados in Finland. It's
right.
Everyone loves avocados.
Right. I guess they'd come from Israel. Israel is a big avocado producer.
It's probable they come from Israel. Yes.
Right. So the reason they're promoting this avocado mayo is because of the healthy avocado oils. Are there good healthy oils, and are the oils, the fat, if you will, that's found in butter, are they healthy?
There is fatty acids in butter, and it's the oils that are in it. They are coming from a natural source, and there's more and more evidence that they actually good for you. I was mentioning you that there's the perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fats,
right.
And it's butter actually is, it used to be that people were really afraid of butter. I think you should really be afraid of margarine and
absolutely.
Enjoy butter
no
for
question.
the health benefits, for the, and also it's in life. You want to have the great taste, And I guess anything, if you eat too much of it, could cause you problems. But when you have when you want to enjoy life and you want to have the kind of healthy, natural choice, I would choose butter any day.
Well, I tasted it, and I put it on some sourdough bread, and it was really magnificent. My wife and I both enjoyed it. We tried it last night.
Oh,
and
great.
It was really, really quite good. Fresh and buttery tasting, where a lot of butter today doesn't have that buttery taste. It may be butter, but it's not. It just doesn't have that same flavor. Our guest from Finlandia Cheese is Emma Ayer. You're not related. The company is not related to Finlandia Vodka, is it?
No, and we're related very far because both brands come from Finland originally, but we're not the same company. Just out of I guess they came up with the same brand name long time ago, and they registered it for vodka, and we registered it for cheese and butter and dairy products. So it's happily we are both selling under the same, but maybe we can do a cross promotion.
Well, maybe you can do something like the butter in coffee. You can do the butter in the vodka, right?
Well, that could be an idea. A little great idea.
Butter martini.
A butter martini. Ooh, it sounds kind of interesting to me. I want to talk about the cheese, but we'll do that when we come back from our break in just a couple of moments. Why do you think butter got such a bad rap? Or even has a bad rap?
Well, actually, there was, like previously, some, long time ago, there was one research that actually was stating that there's something, that actually margarine would be better and butter is not good for you. But after that, all the other research have actually said the opposite. So I guess, after war times, people were also looking for cheaper alternative, and that's what margarine was offering. And, then the margarine producer jumped into the bandwagon and started to kind of marketing margarine as the perfect solution. But I think people now are realizing that that's actually it's not a natural product, and it's processed.
And there's a lot of chemicals in it as well.
Exactly,
Where does the butter, the Finlandia butter that I can buy here in the United States, where is that made?
It's made in Finland. So
it is
all made in Finland, and
we're running out of time for this segment, so we're going to take a time out for just a couple moments. We'll come back and continue the conversation.
Perfect.
Emma Ayer is our guest. She is the CEO of Finlandia Cheese and Butter, and we'll find out more about that coming up. By the way, you can see a picture of Emma and learn more about Finlandia at latenighthealth.com. latenighthealth.com.